7.03, I think, Career Technology Education Update. 7.0.
We've kept them here all night.
Not a politician.
No. It's just info.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Evening.
President Schaefer, Dr. Albin, and board members, we're excited to present information tonight about career and technology education. I'd like to point out the diversity of career and technology education with the many programs, and it looks like our PowerPoint isn't showing.
Just imagine.
Tim? Okay, well, shall we just keep going? Oh, here we
here
go.
comes
Something's
something.
coming in.
This is where we need a little technical difficulty slide.
Okay. And we know our teachers deal with this every day. Here we go. So I'd like to point out the diversity of the numerous career and technology education programs we offer. People often equate career and technology education with the Career and Technology Center. But in fact, we have many programs at our middle and high schools. And as you can see from the large number of courses, 169, we have quite a few programs at the middle and high schools. So we know that our curriculum provides students or prepares students for college and career. Most of our courses are in-depth and provide a high level of learning. Through applications of science, math, technical reading and writing, we support Common Core and disciplinary literacy. And we're also proud of the firsthand career experiences that we offer through transition ed, internships, and apprenticeships. We are continually seeking business partners to enhance learning for students and to keep us abreast of industry needs. We work closely with our advisory council, and we have program advisory councils for each of our 27 programs. We also have articulation agreements with higher ed so that students can receive articulated college credits for many of the courses that they take while in high school. And career and technology education adds value for students with the opportunity to earn industry credits while in high school. Now, while we're here, I'd like to point out that the Cisco program that's listed there, we just received word this week that they are listed on Cisco's national website as the highest rated program nationwide. Absolutely awesome. Okay, and we support student organizations which supports career development. As you know, from the number of times that we've come before you, our FCPS students are continually excelling at the state as well as the national levels.
There are so many exciting developments going on in CTE this year. I'll share with you just a few of the highlights. Of course, we're continuing to update our curriculum, and I'm particularly proud of the work that's being done with Lab 21 that will begin next year in our middle schools, as well as our computer science and the Security Plus program that's going to be added to that Cisco program. We've also continued to use innovative technology such as webinars. We have an FCPS YouTube channel for our teachers to provide resources. We have a resource website developed through Google Apps for Education. We even have a CTE app to continue to provide those resources for our teachers and help them to gain access to those resources. We've continued to work on assessment to provide support for teachers for both student learning objectives and instruction through Global Scholar Achievement Series, as well as aligning that with our career-ready practices. We're also maintaining industry certifications. We're particularly proud of the Automotive Technology program at the Career and Technology Center that was recently recertified through the new NATEF standards. We believe we're the first in Maryland and one of the first nationwide to be recertified under those new standards. And we were also very honored to represent FCPS to present at the National Conference for CTE just last week. As far as next steps and opportunities, we'll continue to revise and enhance our curriculum for our students based on the need. We will continue to use technology and assessment and continue to prepare our programs for certification visits. We know that we have automotive collision and our construction programs coming up for recertification this year. Other next steps include continuing to look at opportunities for partnerships with higher ed, industry, as well as grant opportunities. And we'll continue to seek ways to expand CTE to have more opportunities for students to become college and career ready through our programs. Any questions?
So short and sweet.
Very nice, and I appreciate you sticking around and sticking it out with us. Thank you very much for doing that.
Sure.
Questions? Dr. Miller?
I don't really have any questions because I deal with this a lot because I serve on this committee. But I did while they were here. Is it okay if I give my committee update real quick so that we don't have to do it later?
Okay.
Because they're here and they're part of
That's
it and they
fine.
were there. So I would really love it if they could, I'll just ask them questions and they can
Agree.
give the answer quickly. Yes. Okay. Open house, CTC, how many people were there? Was it?
Over 1,200.
Over 1,200 people came to the evening one. We talked about, one of the ideas we talked about is that was geared more toward high schoolers for shadowing. We talked about possibly doing something for middle schoolers in a spring other than the FSK, other than the CTE fair. We talked about some possibilities there. And Steve was the head of our committee, really wants to bring in more industry reps. So almost like a career night, a career fair, and have a lot of our industry support in that. So that was exciting. Also very exciting is about some of the stuff that's going on with FCC. We talked a lot about college and career readiness, and the partnership that we have with FCC is really amazing. And they're bringing a lot of tools to their website that will be at our disposal as far as career planning and things like that. So that was very exciting. Is there anything else that we talked about that you guys remember that you wanted to bring up? I want to give you the opportunity.
I think the Career in College
The Career in College.
Act was probably the
Yeah.
biggest
And-
conversation. We talked about continued growth for career and technology education. We're always gaining input. So that will be the big discussion at our next meeting, is getting industry input to make sure that the programs that we offer are meeting the needs of the community.
And we kind of narrowed some of those down for when they had brought up the plan. They brought the plan that they had brought to the board as far as the expansion. They brought that to the committee to see if that met with the committee's need. And the overall feeling was that they did a great job CTC did a great job at ideas for expansion. And so we took some of the industry feedback, and that's what the next meeting, right? Yep. So that's it. It was
Thank
great.
you. Great, thank you. Mr. Young?
Well, I just, again, wanted to add in my words of admiration for the CTC. I did get a chance to stop by the open house and actually got the last
Yes,
rolls
he
of
took my pumpkin rolls.
before April could get there. They make an outstanding pumpkin roll, but no, it was great walking around, talking to the students and seeing the excitement
Yes.
of the students and the staff that are there, that are at the open house. In the nursing area, they actually had a cow's heart and some lungs that they'd gotten from hemps that they were showing to the students, I guess scaring a few away and maybe enticing a few others in, but they do a great job there. And again, I can't say enough good things. My oldest daughter went through, got her GNA certificate through the nursing program, now is a nurse in the emergency room, and again, got her start there. So seeing kids, the light bulb go on for a lot of kids that this is something that I'm interested in. That open house is just phenomenal for providing that opportunity for our students to see maybe a career path that they might want to pursue through the CTC. So
It was standing room only in some of those rooms. They were jammed.
I think that the problem in the
Jam.
future is going to be is figuring out where you're going to park everybody.
Exactly,
There's so many people.
exactly.
It's
So
pretty-
crowded. They were all over the ground. Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Bengali?
So I also had an opportunity to attend the open house. And the excitement, not only of teachers and students, everybody, and parents who came, is palpable there. I also got a chance to meet a lot of ex-students who had graduated, and I was amazed at the jobs they have. Every one of them I met was either in private business or had a job. and they credited CTC education for that. So that's a great plus that these students get a job. And some of the students told me they're going to go to college, but they have a leg up on other students. So that's the other advantage. So this produces really a productive workforce. And very good. I wish we could expand. So what's the waiting list this year?
I think we said the last number was, what, about 300? Was that it last year?
I'm not sure of the exact number, but it's in the hundreds.
If we could expand, these 300 would be more productive labor force and high-quality labor force. They're not just employed, but they produce very high-quality people.
Absolutely.
So that was very admirable. I really enjoyed that program.
Ms. Cusmano?
I just want to join my colleagues in congratulating you on all the wonderful programs. I was at the open house as well. It's so funny to me because I don't think any of us saw each other at this open house. I literally had to park 2 parking lots away. We have a law enforcement program. We had law enforcement kids out directing traffic. I walked into the building. There's a shoot, no shoot simulation in the law enforcement area. There's professional chef kitchens for our chefs. There's computer programs, our networking programs, automotive programs, stonemasons, virtually anything you can imagine, including biotechnology and health sciences. And it was just a really wonderful experience at the open house. As many parents were there, I really think many parents are not aware of how many wonderful programs that we have at CTC. It is an excellent place for our kids to be learning, and I only hope that we can expand and go further in the future. I'm really happy to hear that some of the programs are reaching down into our existing high schools, because we have so many students that will pack their schedule so full that they can't commit that half day or the transportation up there and all of that, but really could get some really significant benefit from exposure to some of those classes, even if not the entire program. So that's great. Congratulations. Thank you for all your hard work.
Anyone else? Well, thank you again. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I know, it's getting late and everyone's ready to go, but I really have to commend Kristine and Eric, because while, yes, CTC is a gem and we get very excited about all the wonderful opportunities there, that introductory slide that talked about how many teachers doing how many courses all over the county, and the work they do in coordinating this, training teachers. I've been visiting a lot of the Foundations of Technology classes this year, because that's one of the things I heard from students was, a lot of questions about that. And these 2 folks have really worked hard with the teachers to, put a little more oomph behind some of what's going on there. And the teachers have been very open and responsive as I've been out there. And I'm learning a lot about just the expanse of what these 2 folks handle and deal with for us, and I want to just publicly thank you for all that you do, because it truly is amazing. I'm glad to hear that recognition that we can't do all of it at CTC as well, and I know that we've put a work group together to start taking a look at some of our high school academies, because what I've heard loud and clear from our PPWs are the students who, if we don't give them some of these career-ready experiences in their own school, we lose them. And that's going to be critical. And once again, when you don't have funding, how do you expand those kinds of opportunities and do those kinds of things? And Dr. Bengali, you will be happy to know that I told Eric I am counting on him to figure out a way to get your idea of having all of our students get some computer programming into their program, and he is just the man to do it. So thank you both. I love what you do. It makes such a difference for our students.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, see, I was going to say part of that because I just wanted to make sure with all this discussion about the gem of CTC, that these programs are in all of our high schools and middle schools. And during the Frederick Fair, I got to talk to a lot of our students who are in ag programs, some of the ag teachers, and they're phenomenal. And it's not just the agricultural program and the technical stuff that they learn, but it's all the other soft skills that they learn in that program as well. So kudos to you both. Thank you very much for all your hard work. Again, thank you for shifting a little bit in the agenda, and we appreciate you being here and your work every day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Wasn't that easier than CNI?